We're gonna be here tomorrow. Suck the motherfucker, Suck a
Beta Project Velocity number 1, Catch and Return, part of the Beta storyline, Modern Era. Evergreen City was alive with motion. Cars rushed through intersections, people filled the sidewalks, and somewhere in the middle of it all, crime moved just as fast. The doors of Evergreen National Bank burst open. "Everyone stay down," a man shouted, stepping out in a dark armored jacket lined with strange holsters. In his hands, boomerangs. Not normal ones. Sharp, metallic, modified. Callum Cal Rourke, alias Boomerang. A security guard rushed him. Whip, a boomerang flew through the air, striking the guard's weapon and knocking it clean out of his hand before curving back into Cal's grip. "Bad move," Cal smirked. He turned to the crowd. "Nobody plays hero, nobody gets hurt." Across the street, a gust of wind rushed past a group of pedestrians. They didn't even notice. Then, he was already there, standing just outside the bank doors, calm, focused. Ethan Mercer, Velocity. He tilted his head slightly. "Boomerangs?" Cal turned. "You gotta be kidding me." Velocity shrugged. "Hey, I've seen weirder." Cal didn't waste time. He threw 3 boomerangs at once. Velocity disappeared. In less than a second, he reappeared behind Cal, holding all 3 boomerangs in his hand. "You dropped these." Cal's eyes widened. "Oh, you're one of those guys." Velocity grinned. "Yep, fast ones." The fight exploded into motion. Cal threw boomerangs in rapid succession, some spinning, some splitting midair, others bouncing off walls at impossible angles. Velocity ran, dodging, weaving, reacting in milliseconds. One blade nearly clipped him. Velocity leaned back just in time, the weapon slicing past his face before curving back. "Okay, those are actually kinda cool," he admitted. Cal activated a heavier boomerang, larger, glowing slightly. "Let's see you outrun this." He threw it hard. It cut through the air faster than the others, tracking Velocity's movement. Velocity's expression shifted. "All right, now we're serious." He took off, running faster than before, circling the block, building speed. The boomerang followed, relentless, precise. Velocity suddenly stopped, turned, and ran straight at it. At the last second, he caught it. The force pushed him back a few feet, but he held it. "Okay, yeah, definitely serious," he said, slightly out of breath. Before Cal could react, Velocity was already moving again. In a blur, he disarmed him, taking every remaining boomerang, disabling his gear, and sweeping his legs out from under him. Cal hit the ground hard. Seconds later, police sirens filled the air. Velocity stood over him, arms crossed. "Boomerangs, huh?" Cal groaned. "You're not funny." Velocity smirked. "I'm not trying to be." Police rushed in, taking Cal into custody. One officer looked at Velocity. "He yours?" Velocity nodded. "All wrapped up." As they dragged Cal away, he muttered, "I'll be back." Velocity tilted his head. "Yeah, they all say that." The crowd slowly began to gather, whispers spreading. "Who is he?" "That's Velocity. He's fast." Velocity stepped back, looking around the city. Lights, movement, endless motion. He smiled. "Yeah, I like this." In a flash, he was gone, leaving behind only a gust of wind and a city that was just a little bit safer. Velocity had arrived.
Come in a minute. Come on. Silence. who only speaks in onomatopoeia.
The Robin Hood #2, Sound of Silence, part of the beta storyline. Night fell over Evergreen City, but it wasn't quiet. It was never quiet. Sirens in the distance, cars passing, the hum of a city that never truly slept. But tonight, there was something else, something precise, something deliberate. A rooftop guard turned suddenly. Did you hear that? Silence. Then tap, tap. The guard stepped forward. Hello? Snap. An arrow struck the wall beside him, not from Robin Hood, from someone else. Across the rooftop stood a figure dressed in black, face covered, posture still, watching, waiting. When the guard tried to speak, the figure tilted his head and whispered, "Shh." Moments later, he was down. Elsewhere in the city, high above the streets, a green arrow flew, then another, then a third, each hitting its mark with precision. From the shadows emerged Silas Woodrow, Robin Hood. He looked down at the chaos below, multiple rooftops, multiple guards, all taken out in the same way. Clean, silent, efficient. Not his style. Someone's making a statement, he muttered. Another sound echoed through the night. Clink, clink. Robin Hood turned. Across the next rooftop, the assassin stood, still, watching him. Robin Hood narrowed his eyes. Not very talkative, are you? The assassin tilted his head slightly. Then, bang. A projectile fired. Robin Hood moved instantly, dodging as the shot hit the ground behind him. Right, he said, drawing another arrow. You're one of those. The fight began. Onomatopoeia moved fast, precise, every movement accompanied by a sound. Step, tap, snap. Each attack was calculated, silent until it wasn't. Robin Hood countered, firing arrows to control space, forcing distance. Not much of a conversationalist, Robin Hood said, dodging another strike. Nope. Robin Hood paused slightly. Okay, that was new. Onomatopoeia lunged. Robin Hood rolled back, firing a trick arrow that exploded into a net. But slice. Onomatopoeia cut through it midair. Impressive, Robin Hood admitted. They circled each other. Two experts, two hunters. Robin Hood adjusted his stance. You're not here for money, he said. You're here for a target. Onomatopoeia didn't respond. Just tick, tick. Robin Hood's eyes narrowed. Bomb? He moved instantly, firing an arrow into the rooftop behind Onomatopoeia. Boom. The explosion disrupted his footing just enough. Robin Hood took the opportunity, closing the distance, disarming him in a fluid motion, and pinning him to the ground with a reinforced arrow through his sleeve. Silence. Robin Hood stood over him. You make a lot of noise for someone who works in silence. Onomatopoeia looked up, then click. Robin Hood sighed. Yeah, I figured. He knocked him out with a quick, controlled strike. Minutes later, police lights filled the rooftop. The assassin was taken into custody. As the officers secured the scene, one of them turned to Robin Hood. Who was he? Robin Hood looked back at the unconscious figure. A professional, he said, then added, the kind that doesn't miss. He stepped back into the shadows, disappearing as quietly as he arrived. High above Evergreen City, perched on a distant rooftop, Robin Hood watched the skyline, thinking. Assassins don't just show up, he said quietly. They're sent. Somewhere out there, someone had made a move, and this was just the beginning.